Hi, hello, it's Pip here again, queenpipcards.com. Thanks ever so much for watching me today. Please do hit the subscribe button and make sure that you don't miss a thing from me in the future. Today I am going to do an adaptation of this card which I made. This uses the free skate dies in actual fact. It doesn't actually use any of the stamps whatsoever. So it just uses the detailed skate dies, which you can buy separately if you wish. But they do come bundled with the stamps at 10% off, so it's always worth doing a bundle. And you can see it's got this beautiful filigree which we're going to use, and this outline of the skate, plus this is for holly, this is your skate blade, this is the bow, and this is this beautiful holly that you can see behind there. But I'm also pairing it today with these beautiful masks, the basic pattern decorative masks, which again you might not have seen in the catalogue. They kind of like get a bit lost because they're a bit sort of plain. So there's this beautiful one which is like damask, that's what I would call that. Then there's this gorgeous sort of retro geometric pattern in like leaves. Good old-fashioned dots, always good, and this beautiful tree one, which is great for winter scenes. Pair that one up with the detailed dashing deer. That's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So there you go. Or even the deers from the Still Scenes bundle, that would be good too. So the one I've used on this, because I thought it matched the filigree of the skate, is this filigree one here. So I'm just going to show you how I did that, but we're changing it up slightly and we're going to do it in balmy blue. So I'm going to put my balmy blue underneath. Now you can attach that with a piece of tape if you wish, just so that you know that you're not going to move it, but personally I just do it by hand holding it. It depends on what you're using. If you're using a brayer, then I would definitely tape it, but if you're just doing sponging you can get away with holding it. So bit of sponge straight onto my balmy blue and just whoosh that over the pattern. You don't really know how much you're putting on until you take it off, so I would say less is probably more to start off with, because you can always add but it's hard to take away. You can sort of see through some bits up close. Just make sure that you hold, you're going to get it on your fingers, don't worry about that, that's just the way it is. It's called crafting. And you don't have to get messy, but sometimes you do. And this is one of those times. Now if you hold it steady you can lift and you can see the pattern start to emerge and then pop it back down. And with the sponges it's so easy to create this without really needing any sort of extra stuff. Just an ink pad and a bit of one of our sponges, and the great thing is you get 3 whole sponges, big round ones, in a pack, so you can do, you can get lots of different colours. You don't have to change your sponge, but they do wash, so if you want to wash them and change the colours you can do that too. Alright, so I'm quite happy with that. As I lift that off, ta-da! Make sure you wipe that because it is covered in ink. So just be aware of that, and the fact that you have got it probably now on your fingers. That's why it's nice to use balmy blue, because it's kind of a gentle colour on your fingers. Alright, so then I had a little tiny strip left from my first frost elements, and this is the one, no, not first frost, I keep calling it that, that's last year's. Feels Like Frost. Feels Like Frost designer series paper, of which I don't have very much left. Yep, that's it. That's all I've got left. That. So it is now, I think, available or nearly available. This one I actually sponged the paper as well, so it wasn't quite so dramatic. But I quite like the drama of that. I do need to cut that down, but I'll do that once I've positioned it, because I've decided I think I want these snowflakes at the top. So we're just going to pop that down. And I mean, you could use the other side, the frosty side of this with the skates. That would also look beautiful. And then I know I need to leave a bit there because that's going to come off. Okay, so pop that down. And we're just working our way from bottom to top of the layers here, so that we make sure we don't miss anything. Now that's A crooked and B needs to go up a bit. Let's squeeze that up. It's a bit better. There we go. Then use my gluey scissors and just trim that off the bottom. I mean, you could cut it to size, and I would normally, but I don't know why I didn't. It was just left like that in the packet, so I thought I would just grab it. Okay, so that's our base. Then we've got the option of doing different things, because I'm going to put it on a Highland Heather base. So this is my Highland Heather base that I will be using. So I'm really changing things up a little bit now, because this is monotone and this is just brings in different colourways. Look at that, isn't that nice? So I think white is probably best with this because it will stand out more, but I might do two. I might even cross them over and do them one that way and one that way. I'll see, because that looks kind of a bit sort of, yeah, no, I don't like that. So, but I might do two this way. So I might leave that one up a bit and then leave this one down a bit. Do you see what I mean? So we've got a little bit more, yeah, I like that. A little bit more of the holly showing. Okay. So that's good. We can do that. And then the skate itself, you can put it on a background. So you could put it onto a white background, or you could just leave the filigree as it is. And I've decided, because I want to match up that filigree in the background, I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm not even going to do the laces or anything like that. I'm literally just going to add the extra pieces to it. So I've cut a white and a silver. I think I need the silver, yeah, and then we need the silver skate, which will go down there on the bottom. So let's assemble all of that now that we've got that together, and I'll show you how I put that together. I just love the way that the mask brings out the detail of the skate. It's just so pretty. Such a great idea, because of course when they do skating they do have all these different skate designs now. You know, they've got skins that go over their skate, which allows them to have colours that match all their clothes, and they can do real funky things. I love watching the World Championships and stuff, and the Olympics. Definitely a winter girl. And then, as I've said before on my other videos, just a little bit up here at the top and a little bit down here at the bottom on these tails, and then this will pop at the top there. And I know I haven't got any laces in, but I don't think it matters. I think we'll be okay, because when that's on it looks like there's sort of white coming through. So we'll do that, and I am going to stick this directly, because I have this one I popped up because I put it on a background, so you can stick this to the base skate in a different colour if you want, in white, or as I've done there, in gorgeous grape. But oh, I'm going a bit croaky. Oh, and my bow's fallen off. Oh no, don't do that. But this time I decided to go flat to the oval. Okay, let's put you down and then we'll sort out your bow. There we go. Pop him down. Whoops. Don't move too much, thank you. Let's stick you on there then. Come on. You were going here, I think. And you were over here. There we go. That's better. Then we'll just add the traces of holly. I just think this is such a beautiful piece, and you could turn it into an actual wreath if you wanted to, by cutting or bending, or just, you know, working it into a, you know, chop it here and cut it round. You could definitely do that. So we'll put that one a little higher, and then we'll put this one a little lower, and hopefully they'll meet in the middle. There we go. Like this, I think. There we go. And then we'll pop this one up on dimensionals. There's my no, where are my? I just had them here a minute ago. What have I done with them? There they are. Under a pile. Now in my last video I did these and I didn't make it sturdy enough, I didn't think. So forgive me as I go round and make sure that this is not going to have a soggy middle, because this is all that's holding it together really, and it's going to hold the I mean the glue's going to hold the holly on, but this needs to make sure that everything sort of stays in place behind it and it's a nice firm base for that skate. Okay, I do that, and then that's just going to sit down there. That is pretty, yeah. And then we can use the pretty rhinestones. Which ones are these? Noble Peacock, or the holiday rhinestones. Where have they gone? So the holiday rhinestones are actually, I think this is actually Pool Party, but if you pop it on a card that's got balmy blue on the background, no one's going to know the difference. It's going to look just blue and pretty, you know, because it does have that sort of match. And then I realise I haven't actually attached this to the base. That would be kind of useful too. So this base is 14.4 by 10, and then as I say, we just pop that through the mask. It doesn't even have 2 layers on this card, but the masking, this damask sort of filigree pattern, makes it look like it's got its own sort of layer on the background there. So there you go, that's how I made that card. I hope that's given you some inspiration and ideas of more things that you can do with the basic masks and the skates. I mean, that one would look quite good too, I think, in the background to the skates. And as I say, you could just purchase the dies from me if you want on my shop. But if you wanted to, you could bundle it up with the stamp set as well. And the stamp set does have some beautiful stamps in it. The skate, obviously, which is always handy with the laces and stuff. And then some great sentiments and some snowflakes and some holly. So it's up to you what you want to do. But if you do buy the dies and the stamps together, you get 10% off if you just bought them individually. So, but these on their own are just stunning anyway. So there you go. That's my latest designs with my free skate, which I just love. Hope you've enjoyed the bit of masking, bit of technique going on there today, and come back and join me again soon. Thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a comments and tell me what you think. Thank you. Take care for now. Bye bye.